Hi everyone, this is Rachel Chamness with Soundwaves Heal. This is the Pleiadian Beings I Am group healing, and anyone listening to this recording will receive the full benefits of the healing while listening. So you'll hear me pause this recording on and off as I do Reiki symbols, or like for instance right now I'm going to set up the grid, the crystals, but while you're listening, the healing will just be condensed as long as this audio is. So all you have to do is relax and listen. Background music is composed and licensed. It's by Josh Bergen, and it's called In the Distance. So first, I always do these exactly how I do my sessions, where I start with a deep clearing. And it should work on everyone who's listening, unless there is one caveat. There's like a 1% chance or 2, maybe 3% chance that you may need a personal clearing because there's something big that you're supposed to learn. But in most cases, especially if you can get that message, it can be cleared by this session. So, and I just mean like every single thing that I do. Of course, you're going to get tons of clearing no matter what. Okay, and as I said, I'm a Pleiadian starseed. I have called in all these Pleiadian beings, and they are all here, and whew, I gotta tell you, the energy is huge. So, they really want to help us with stepping into our soul's lineage of high dimensional helpers. That means that we travel in these kind of soul groups that are called a self lineage or a soul lineage, where all the beings that you feel close to or talk to, spirit guides and archangels, anything in the world that you talk to, galactical beings, they're all part of your lineage. So if you can imagine, what they show me is like like the way that grapes grow on the vine, like, or a big cluster of grapes would be like each little grape is all these souls all together hanging from source. That's how they show it to me. And so we're like in this huge cluster of souls that we are traveling with and in touch with, and we're all kind of part of the same. And all of those clusters are all, of course, part of the same, for we are all one, and that is source. And so they want to help us release any kind of religious and societal bonds that are no longer serving us. And this is a huge step for everyone. The more people that do this, the better we are going forward for ascension. And I'm having a hard time talking because the energy is getting so real here. So they're going to be clearing us really deeply. Okay, so I'm beginning with clearing the auric field of all that is here, starting with any attachments or any kind of implants, so any negative psychic implants, anything like that, beacons, and clearing the energy field. For this part in my sessions, I always pause, so you don't have to listen to this part. It's better not to listen while I clear it, and I'll be back. Okay, they have told me that anything that you might be experiencing like that should be released here. I saw so many go, and now you are supposed to say with me, or affirm after I say, I release anything that is not for my greatest good in my auric field to the light with love. So we're going to transmute these lower vibrational energies with love. And so it is. So you can just say, and so it is. Here we go. All right, now clearing the auric field. I have removed implants and structures, anything not serving you, or not me. I'm just channeling it, of course. The I am is doing it. So I'm going to say I am, but it's really the presence of I am, which is what we're connecting to here, and which is brought in a great deal by the Pleiadians, who are also Abraham. That group is here. They are Pleiadian beings, so they tell me. Whew. Okay. So the auric field is clear, and now I'm working on the chakras, 3D chakras first, starting with the root chakra. I saw the spirit of a rabbit coming to help me there. They say there is some collective past lives that we can remove here, this is usually where I do it. So we would like to remove any past life that keeps us stuck in old religious toxic bonds. So any kind of toxic religious programming we want to release here and know that we are our own religious and spiritual authority. We are part of the I Am. We are part of Source. So release any toxic programming from that. So any past lives to do with toxic religious programming or toxic religious anything from this life or past life, we now ask that it be removed with light, with love. And then when we remove something, we always put something back in, some light. We're going to use the Pleiadian. This is a blue Pleiadian healing light. And they're also using a bit of Mahatma energy, which is a mixture of many, many different kinds of healing lights. We're going to use those two lights into the Auric field and into the root chakra and into the place where we have removed things. I'm also bringing in Gabriel's diamond light. And before I started this recording, I did call in a sacred sphere, calling in archangels in all four corners, plus above and below. I called in all ancestors and helpers, galactical guides. I called in elemental beings, spirit guides and beings, archangels, every kind of being that you can think of. Spirit animals, which is where I saw the, and spirit totems, I saw the rabbit. So I called them all in for you, and you are in a very safe space to receive, and you are very safe. So part of what I teach. Alright, so they have an abundance healing they'd like to put into the energy field. They're showing me an abundance symbol they wish me to use as a Reiki symbol. The sounds you hear me saying are my liquid Reiki. They are a type of shamanic healing that is, it's a multidimensional shamanic healing that is a combination of Reiki, light language, and channeling spirit and light, spirit guides and light beings, channeling healing, channeling messages. Alright, they say that's clear. We're going to the sacral chakra. Here they'd like me to make sure we remove all cords and hooks, any kind of, any other kind of energy in our energy field which is not ours. We now send back to the center or send into the transmutative void, is what they're telling me to say. And we call back our own energy but purified. And we release any hooks. We ask Archangel Michael to cut any cords and clear us in all ways. That's clear. We're now going to the solar chakra. Here we bring in the great central sun light. We bring in a lot of elemental beings. Since this is a Pleiadian healing, we're bringing in Pleiadian elementals. So many, many elementals in many, many realms. There in the Pleiades, we have very large fairies, all kinds of elves, all kinds of different beings, and they're all coming in now and bringing their joy and their sunlight. And their starlight. So part of the Pleiadian beings that are here are the collective of the 7 star sisters. We have Abraham. We have some other beings as well with names. Armad is here. Balbu is here, is a fairy, Pleiadian fairy, or Pleiadian fairy mermaid. And then there's Sachawan. Sachawan is a Pleiadian being, very tall and thin. They're all here, there's many here, and they're sending their healing through me. And they're bringing in starlight, purified lunar light, things like that into this as well. Now we go to the heart chakra. presence healing into all these chakras, but there'll be more later. Then they like me to go back down to the bottom 3 and upgrade them to higher dimensions as allowed by your energy field. I want to bring them up to 6D if you're ready for it, or higher. 7D is also possible. Now we go back to the heart chakra, bringing in the crystalline heart. They're bringing in this blue crystalline heart, a gift from our Pleiadian helpers. So I see 1111. Going to the 4th dimensional high heart chakra. It's pink energy. They'd like me to bring some tuning forks, so we'll do that. So this is 432 hertz and 528. I invite all these crystals to join in their help into the healing. This high heart chakra is all about self-love. The card I've pulled that will help bring this high heart into a higher vibration for you going forward is meditation. Instead of telling you to meditate more, I'm going to add a meditative little healing in here. So I'm going to clear some more chakras very quietly and let you drift for a moment. And I'll come back and tell you what happened. Cleared all the chakras, going up through the 5D, 360, all the way up as high as allowed for you personally to go. I went through all the chakras. I see many chakras. There's 5D above the head, plus then there's a 6D one, then there's the 8th D, monad stars around 8th dimension, and there's several more beyond that. For different people it's different. And then the Earth star below, where they brought in a lot of Pleiadian light. They did some releasing of any kind of addictive behavior. They said that that's also related to the I am healing. They brought in a great amount of I am presence during that time as well. And there was a lot of starlight, this Pleiadian starlight. So it's a blue light. It's really beautiful. So now they're going to bring in the Pleiadian light for absorption. So they're saying this is slightly different than the light they brought in before because this helps you absorb it better. It's kind of like a different kind of light. So think of it like a sponge. When put into your body, you're able to absorb the Pleiadian light better whenever you are, whenever it's coming up for you, whenever it's available to you. You'll be able to absorb it better. So here's this part. Now, here is the 5-layer process for removing us from the 3D matrix. They haven't shared it with me yet, so we'll see what happens. Let's begin with layer 1. This is removal of every type of root we have. They're showing me a weed or a plant with lots of small, long, thin roots. Each of these roots has a different purpose. Some of them are connected to different kinds of family or people that we may have grown apart from for a reason, and yet that root is still there. Some of it has to do with old ideas, some of it has to do with religious healing, some of it has to do with addictions and things like that. So these are all being released. Some of this has to do with division, they're showing me, like labeling, I am this, you are that, because that is a 3D sentiment. So we release all of that. They're using their blue light healing. This also releases a deeper layer of stories, or however you want to think about that, your stories. Things you've told yourself and made them true forever. We releasing all those to do with everything that the Pleiadians can help with here. Releasing those stories. They're in this first layer, these roots. And healing it all with the blue light. Now the second layer. So now they show me like another vision of something like earth, and it looks like a clay layer in the earth, and this is very similar to that spongish Pleiadian light absorption that they gave us. So this is but it's like a barrier, I guess, to keep us from rooting again into the earth like we were. We've just been removed from that. So this is to help us not redo it, to keep on going forward and not going backwards. So even if you feel like you slip up and you're human, you do something wrong, you feel like you've fallen back a bit, remember that you haven't fallen that far, because since you've had this healing, it'll be very easy to quickly remedy, especially in any kind of just thinking, backward thinking or old thinking, or even addictive thinking that you just say, oh, that was old, we have removed that, we're going forward. It's very easy to correct now. Message from Abraham. I am Abraham. We are. You are. I am. all are I am. We hold the source light, for we are many souls, and the number of our souls continues to greatly grow as more know of us and of the I am. The I am is universal and not just for the beings known as Pleiadians. And the I am, Abraham, has grown to be beyond the Pleiadians. And we are a grateful group, steeped in joy of the present moment, of the manifestation of the creation of all that you have and all that is in your world comes from the I am. What will you do with the power of I am? What will you create for yourself now that you have the knowledge of what you create with I am? I am whole. I am well. I am clear. I am aware. I am present. I am here. I am all. I am abundant. I am joy. I am family. I am love. I am purified. I am healed. I am all. All I am. All I am. Sakutiana Yudaya. This is Rachel coming back. That is the Abraham I Am Collective. And they showed me so much blue light. And when I opened my eyes, my newly painted purple walls were completely blue. It took a minute for them to turn back into purple. For a moment there, I thought, did I paint the walls blue? All right, level 3. This is a bright white light layer. So this is a bright white light. Let's see, starlight. Comes from many different places, not just the Pleiadians. So as Abraham said, they are now not just the Pleiadians, and so this actually is connecting to other beings, which makes sense. There's a lot of other starlight coming in. In fact, I have my Lyran helper here, Kirby, my cat. She's been enjoying this and lending her help as well, so now I see why. All of this is coming in. So all of this is a white light. It almost looks like mist, and it's like a layer on top of all the green and colors of the earth and the water, every surface of the earth that there is. And it is another layer that helps us connect to a higher vibration on this earth. All right, so this is step 3 of the 5-layer process of removing us from the 3D matrix. What it looks like to me is several layers of protection. That's not just a disconnect, but keeping us from reconnecting when things go wrong or when we get mired in the 3D. So this will help give us some space between us and the 3D matrix so that we can recognize and see what's happening and know what is real and what is not. So, there's a lot of diamond dragons coming in for this. Hello. Hi. And I see more I see some Arcturians and some Pleiadians coming in here. So, they want me to pull another card. The last card I pulled was from Whispers of Healing deck. This one is from Work Your Light, Rebecca Campbell. So, it says, don't dim to fit in. Interesting, we're bringing in this light, and the card reminds us not to dim our own light, just so that other people accept us. We're going to let our lights shine out in the world, no matter how uncomfortable it makes us to be seen. For what the Pleiadians are saying now is that it's not about worrying what other people feel about us, but how we feel about ourselves. And it's more about being seen as we truly are. That is the scary part. And less to do with the story that we're worried about what other people think. And we just need to only think about what we think about ourselves and accept ourselves. I mean, it's old advice, but it rings true. And this is part 3. Part 4 looks like actual layer of dirt. Okay, so they're saying this is new earth dirt. This is where we connect. So we have released the connection to the 3D matrix, and now we're going to connect into this dirt. And this dirt feels to me very loose. It's very loose dirt. Kind of like when you first put dirt into a pot and it hasn't settled yet. It's got a lot of air in it. And that's because they want us to know it's a very fluid, that new earth is fluid and is very much something where it's a place where we'll be able to manifest anything we want. And so it's very fluid, can change. It can change from dirt to water to other kinds of material that we don't even understand or know yet, but that are higher dimensional. And this is part of where we are connecting. So they want us to imagine that under all these layers is the 5th dimensional grid of Gaia. So to me it looks like sort of a blue grid, almost like a cross, horizontal, vertical lines all together. And this grid is holding everything up. We got all the layers here. And this is where we'll have silver roots or silver light, roots of light coming out from us and going deep through these layers that we've just constructed and into that grid, connecting us to that grid. And so we're not connected to anything else but that. So no, I am This 5-layer process is not needed to be done often. Doing it once is fine. If you feel disconnected, you can do this healing again. All right. Now, the 5th layer. So the 5th layer is from our Pleiadian helpers. It is a blue light, and it again looks a little bit like the white misty layers, but it's a very thin, light mist. It's a healing layer, and it almost looks like, it reminds me of something they've shown me before. It's this light that I sometimes call in to heal a place that has been broken. Like if I cut a cord, a particularly bad cord, or pull a really bad hook out of someone in a healing session, then I would put this light there to sort of, it's almost like topical gel that you might put on something to soothe it, to heal it. That's what this kind of looks like. It's a little but it's very thin, but it's almost like a gel. Like it's somewhere between a mist and a gel. I can't really explain it, but that's what's the next layer. Here we go. It's soothing. It's healing. Okay. Now that we are here, they'd like to strengthen that earth grid. So the earth grid that we connected to with our silver roots, we would now like to call in the alignment, that we align ourselves to this 5th dimensional grid, which is pretty much done. But how far can we raise it? All right, you'll be able to raise it as far as is healthy and right for you at this time. And if you feel like you didn't get all the way as high as you want, you can always do it again later. So here we go. You want me to play this little thunder instrument, so it might get a little bit loud. Alright, whatever you're ready for is where you'll be. Now they'd like to strengthen the connection to the soul or self-lineage that I explained before, connection to light beings in your lineage. And that's an attunement, and that's this part. It includes a heart opening to allow them to come in and speak and heal you and help you, and for you to allow healing as well. Now, we ask that anything that is keeping us from connecting our whole body and our whole spirit to our higher self be removed. So we now have full access to be connected fully to our higher self as much as possible in this life, and connecting our body as well. So they're saying there's parts of our body that need to be connected to the higher self, and that helps bring in the light. So this will open your crown chakra a little wider to allow this. I see Archangel Shamuel coming to help. Alright, that's done. So before, when we had that little quiet meditative time. I did clear all kinds of chakras, including the 6D Ultra Major in the back of the head. I cleared the pineal gland. I cleared your ear chakras for clairaudience. And I made a lot of connections between a lot of the chakras around your head, including these, for more opening of your clairs. This is something I do in all sessions. But now they want me to clear anything in the way of your claircognizance, your psychic clair of knowing. So we want to strengthen that and clear any blocks to it now. So here we go. We're going to use some light language numbers as well. 1, 6, 5, 8, 9. You don't have to repeat them. You can just listen to these. 4, 4, 8, 6, 9. 17, 14, 8. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 17, 18, 20. 4,306. I now see the being who is Mary of Nazareth as we know her from earth, related to Archangel Mary, and the also part of the collection of Mother God beings. So she's here as well, helping with the claircognizance, helping with compassion, as that's her. She's the compassionate angel or the compassionate light being. She's many things, as we all are. She's not a religious figure. I just want to say. Although recognized in some religions. Okay. So there we go. That looks very strong. Now, I'm asking, is there more to be cleared for the religious trauma? And false deity healing. There is. Okay, so these are two separate things. First, let's do some religious trauma healing. This life, past lives, whatever else needs to be cleared, that we do that now. I'm seeing all kinds of past lives floating by as they're being released, since there are so many of you listening to this already and who will listen in the future. So 4413, 4418, 4419, 20, 25, 28. Now they're bringing in a lot of light, flush it away. Now the clearing for false deity. Now this, I wasn't exactly sure what they meant by this. So I think a lot of this is like past life. Some of it is this life. I think some of the deities that are false deities could be things that we don't think of as, that we're thinking of as like a higher power, but have a sort of control. They're showing me different things like different kinds of celebrities, or like they're kind of showing me the connection to addiction that they brought in when I started this, which was a surprise to me. So there's things that that have this sort of false deity energy that we need to clear. Purified in the violet flame. And forgiveness for all. For we can be imperfect, and it is part of being human. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording now, pull a few cards, and get some messages for us all, and see if there's anything else they'd like me to do for you. Okay, pulled a few cards. I used, as I already discussed, I used Whispers of Healing. I used Work Your Light, Rebecca Campbell. Then I just pulled a card from the Starseed Oracle, Rebecca Campbell, and Alana Fairchild's Lightworker Oracle. I've pulled 3 cards and 2 cards from Cosmic Reading Cards. So first, the Alana Fairchild, we have Spiritual Service. And it's a very blue card, as you'll see. Spiritual Service. So they're calling forth our own spiritual service for ourselves, most of all, for us all to work on ourselves. Do service to yourself of spirituality, of looking into what can be healed and what can be done for yourself. And that will naturally help you bring that spiritual service to others. That was a little healing that came with it. And then the pink rose of Lady Nada. It's interesting. I did see a pink rose in the high heart chakra like I normally do, but I didn't see who it was. And so now I know it's Lady Nada. They asked me to read a little bit of the card in the book. It says, "You are in the midst of heart healing, a healing of the fears and anxieties that have held you back from enjoying your full magnificence. Lady Nada is here with all her gentle power, washing you in a soft pink light. All anger, fear, sadness, bitterness, disappointment, and hurt are soothed and loved into peace. She brings you a sign of your future blossoming into deeper love." And as I read this, I felt a healing coming through for that, a little bit more for that high heart chakra. And they're showing me like a rose quartz gem or something like that, like the and geometric shape of that, if you were to draw that with a pencil. A gem, kind of like the emoji diamond, that sort of diamond geometric symbol. So there's something to that they're adding to your high heart, and a little more healing from Lady Nada herself. She tells me that you should buy yourself a rose quartz if you've been thinking of it, and she will bless it for you. If you buy yourself any small to large piece of rose quartz and ask Lady Nada to come forward and give it a blessing for it to help continue to heal your high heart, you can. And if you can't afford to buy one right now, or can't actually get your hands on one right now, you can energetically ask her to bring it to you until you can. And maybe you'll end up with a gift of a piece of rose quartz from someone. All right, going over in the second row to Cosmic Connection. I've pulled this card 100 times this week. This month. This is from the Cosmic Reading Cards. And this is your Cosmic Connection to the Pleiades. You are here today, listening to this recording, being healed by the Pleiades because you have a connection to the Pleiades. It is perhaps your starseed connection. It is perhaps a past life. It is perhaps a being who has come into your life to help heal you. And so we just give a moment to give gratitude to the Pleiades, to thank them for bringing through this huge healing for all of us, for I do include myself in these and my family. We thank them, and they bring forth the next 2 cards are connected. The Deep Cellular Healing. This is a Rebecca Campbell card. Arcturus Energy, Physical and Emotional Healing. Well, actually it's coming from, there are some Arcturians here, but it's mainly from the Pleiadians. The Deep Cellular Healing and Trust in the Plan, the Alana Fairchild card there. This is all together, plus, the Sacred Journey as well, the Cosmic card. So these last 4 cards all come together. They're bringing forth this deep cellular healing for this. This has been a huge energy week physically 3D in this week. Today is May 28th. It's 3:13 for me right now, which is significant. Brings in Metatron. His number's 331, and also 313 is also one of his numbers. So he comes in to help. It's been a hard week for everyone energetically, and no matter when you're listening to this, it's probably been a hard week for you as well. So it's to clear up those energies and to help us, specifically asking us to trust in the plan. Everything's going according to plan. Things are happening. It may seem hard. Things may seem hard, but it's all for a beautiful purpose. And in the future, we would say, I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, we're in the thick of it. That's okay. They send help for us in this trusted, sacred journey. Deep cellular healing from our cosmic connection. The healing is complete. I'm going to burn a little sweetgrass while I let you know a few things that you should know about a healing with me. What I'm bringing forward and what it's like for me is it's a shamanic journey, which means walking between worlds. That is not a cultural appropriation. That is a word in English that means walking between worlds that many other societies use. And I don't know of a better word. Multidimensional is another good word. What I'm doing here, sort of getting in between the dimensions, getting in between the lives, walking between the worlds, and applying healing where I can. It is, like I said, a mixture of channeled healing, channeled messages, just channeling in general, light language, and Reiki. Those are two other types of channeling that's combined in it. I do teach all of this as well. I'm telling you this because it's strong. You may feel tired. You may feel weak. You may need an extra nap. And this may go on for 1 day, 2 days. It could go up to 5 days if you had a huge breakthrough. You'll need to drink lots of water. You want to treat yourself well. You might want to take a bubble bath. You might want to go for a walk in the woods. You might want to go outside and ground right now if you can. I'm going to ground you at the end as well. And you may want to take a salt bath, Epsom salt or special salts. All of that is helpful. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section, what you experienced or anything that you believe this healing has brought you. It really helps me to know that when I send something out like this that, I can find out what happens. Right now I'm just going to give you a little grounding. So take this, the deepest breath that feels comfortable. I got so much energy flowing through me, I can barely keep that steady. Whew. Om. Namaste. I see you, your beautiful spirit. I thank you. And I know that you are grounded into the 5th dimensional grid in the 5-step process and will remain so. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I'm Rachel Chamness at soundwavesheal.com. I love to help lightworkers trans-channel messages, light, and healing in higher dimensions. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow on social media. And consider checking out my Tag Lightworkers monthly mentorship program.